Marvel Rivals is it's an incredibly popular video game. You know, you play as the Marvel characters. Some kind of stupid fighting mashup thing. I have a Gamers Unbeaten episode coming out soon about it, Deep Thoughts While Gaming. But it was made by NetEase, which is a Chinese...
already doing really well.
Yeah,
okay.
That's a Chinese company. Well, fellow YouTube gamer Asmongold found some very interesting things. We'll go ahead and play that clip right now.
You know what I also heard? I heard that you can't say free Taiwan or free Hong Kong in Marvel Rivals. Now, you guys know what I always say. Trust but verify. I'm gonna log in, I'm gonna check it right now. Okay, testing. This is me. Free? Taiwan sucks! Free Taiwan! It contains inappropriate language. Wow! Tiananmen Square massacre. It didn't happen. Try Winnie the Pooh.
Wow, how about that? We didn't show the entire clip, but like he does some other searches. It's not just like any political content that gets censored. He did he typed 9/11 was an inside job.
And that's okay?
That's okay. Alex Jones' favorite refrain. That's okay. So it's just very specifically China stuff. And it's a shame because, you know, Disney owns both Marvel and Winnie the Pooh. They could be doing some great crossover stuff there.
You could get Winnie the Pooh into the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Winnie the Pooh has to then be impossible to defeat.
That's true. That's true. But so yeah, like this, I think this is very interesting because at one point, China was just very successful at getting Western game developers and Hollywood to self-censor on behalf of China because they wanted the China market. Now China has become so successful
that they're just making the things themselves.
They're just making the things themselves.
Yeah, and I think this is probably something that didn't really even cross, because this is this a licensed thing? Like, essentially,
yeah, it's official.
Like
it's not like a Chinese knockoff.
No, I don't mean a Chinese knockoff. I mean, like, NetEase did the whole thing, and then did Disney have any say? Do you know what I mean?
That's a good question. I don't know how much of a say, like if there was some kind of review that Disney did and they signed off on this, or if they're just like,
I had no
in
idea.
The dark.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much like it would occur to Disney executives to be like, I wonder if they've installed any pro CCP censorship in this game.
That's right.
But at the same time, we have found that there are organizations that have capitulated to this. Even I think we talked a couple of podcasts ago about what happened with the Hugo Awards.
Oh yeah,
a few years ago, where they knowingly censored Chinese authors from being like able to be on the ballot because they were worried about offending the Chinese officials because the Hugo Awards were being held in China. So sometimes you can be like, oh yeah, they probably don't know. And sometimes it's like, they very much know what they're doing.
Isaac Asimov would be rolling in his grave if he weren't a staunch materialist atheist who believed in no soul or life after death.
Okay.
Yep. But I mean, this is what I was warning with the great success of Black Myth Wukong. A lot of Western developers are making terrible games, largely influenced by these sort of DEI consultancy companies like Sweet Baby Inc. And then, I mean, Razorfist did an interesting video linking like that back to Canadian money and Canada back to China. But, you know, as Western game developers start to go down, China gets lots of money especially from Black Myth Wukong. Tencent starts buying up stuff. NetEase is making more games. And
I mean, this really started with things like Fortnite, right?
Yeah,
like the takeover of like actual popular gaming, franchises in the West by Chinese companies.
And I mean, they don't have the kind of financial constraints that companies in the West have, where they have to make money by selling games or else they go under. This is a direction of the Chinese state.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much directly they're being funded by this, because like Chinese tech companies also had a haircut a few years ago.
Yeah, well, but that was an effort of the Chinese Communist Party to gain more control over the tech industry.
Right. Look, if a company in China, if a Chinese company is successful in propagandizing to the West and influencing the West, the CCP will not let that company die even if it's losing money for a few years.
Well, and also, like, this is how the Chinese Communist Party works. They make these kinds of strategies to influence and propagandize to the West. I mean, Yuri Bezmenov talked about how the Soviets did this.
Are you a curious person? Of course you are. We're now putting full interviews only on our new China Uncensored premium website, ChinaUncensored.tv. Your subscription helps support the show and gives you access to tons of amazing content. Click the link below to check it out.